Hi, I'm Alex Bells with IHS Automotive, and we're here today with a 2014 Mitsubishi Outlander GT. Now, for the last several years, Mitsubishi has struggled to maintain sales with an aging fleet of vehicles, and they haven't really had the technology to compete with a lot of their competition. For 2014, however, Mitsubishi has addressed this issue with the Outlander Sport and GT models, both of which receive a full and thorough upgrade of technology and safety features. Now, you won't find many vehicles for under $23,000 that offer seating for 7 and highway fuel economy of 31 miles per gallon. But that's just what you'll get with the Outlander GT. Now, this Cosmic Blue example features the 3-liter V6 as well as a bunch of safety and entertainment features. We have things like adaptive cruise control, lane departure warning, as well as a 7-inch touchscreen with navigation and a 710-watt 9-speaker Rockford Fosgate audio system. So let's take a look inside and see how this $35,000 crossover stacks up to its competition. Now, inside the 2014 Outlander, we've got this 7-inch touchscreen here with a whole host of both hard keys and steering wheel controls. We found the steering wheel controls to be pretty efficient and easy to use, and we liked how close the screen was. It's sort of angled towards the driver, all the buttons are easy to reach. It really worked out well. The screen itself is pretty high resolution, the picture is very crisp on it. However, they kind of just lopped a bunch of buttons into the same area, and so it's kind of hard to use in that sense. You really had to kind of know exactly what you were going to press before you pressed it to make sure that it worked. Now, in addition to that, we also have voice recognition. In this case, we were really let down by it. It failed to recognize a lot of inputs for the navigation system. The command structure itself is fairly rigid. You have a pretty limited vocabulary in terms of what commands you can make to get the system to work. And it didn't work as smoothly as we would have liked. I could see a lot of people who maybe aren't as tech savvy being very frustrated with it pretty quickly. And then on top of that, we also have a wide range of audio features. Mitsubishi has a partnership with Rockford Fosgate, and in this system, we have a 9-speaker, 710-watt Rockford Fosgate audio system that includes a big 10-inch subwoofer in the trunk. Now, with that, we also have DTS Neural surround sound, but unfortunately, there's so much road noise coming into this thing while driving down the highway that it's really hard to hear the audio system at all, much less all the nice supposed surround sound that we get with this system. Now, there are a whole host of audio features that'll play through this system. We've got a USB port, but we also have AM/FM radio, HD radio, Sirius XM radio. We have a CD MP3 player, as well as an SD card slot hidden behind the screen. Now, one other thing that's nice is that with the HD radio, we also get free fuel prices, traffic information, and weather information that all comes in through the touchscreen. We found that these services were surprisingly accurate compared to that of a lot of other systems, and they worked well for finding us the best fuel prices around town and gave us a good heads up on what weather conditions are going to be like later in the day. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that because this is through HD radio, these are services that are available with the vehicle for life. You don't have to pay any subscription services or any fees like that, and you can just get in and enjoy these services from day one. Now, in addition to the missing auxiliary input, one of the most glaringly missing features that we noticed was that there was no app services. There's no Pandora or iHeartRadio or Stitcher or any sort of internet radio app features available in this Mitsubishi. And that was one thing that we really would have liked. However, given the Bluetooth pairing compatibility issues we had, maybe they wouldn't have worked for us anyway. When trying to pair our phone, it took about 6 or 7 tries before I was able to get it to work. And then on top of that, it really struggled to download any of my contacts. It only downloaded about 20% and then just stopped. For whatever reason, if any contacts in your phone book have more than one phone number in them, it simply won't import that contact into the contact list in the system. Now, it's not all bad inside the Outlander. Although we didn't really like the audio system as much as we thought we would, we did actually really like the navigation system. It has 3D map graphics which show great icons with beautiful color renderings downtown. And on top of that, it also has really good traffic information with rerouting. So as you're approaching a traffic incident and traffic is coming to a standstill, this will do a good job of proactively routing you around that so that you can be on your way and not get slowed down by any traffic incidences that pop up on your daily route. Now, part of the $6,100 GT Touring package included an array of sensors and cameras in the vehicle for a number of safety features. Now, in the back, we have a backup camera, and then right here above the windshield, we also have a small camera for the lane departure warning and forward collision warning systems. And then in the front, we also have a radar sensor behind the grille that works for the adaptive cruise control. Now, with the windshield-based camera for the forward collision warning and lane departure warning system, we thought that they were a little bit oversensitive. While driving down the road, the system would just beep at us even if we only approached the line. We wouldn't even have to cross it or touch the line, and it would start beeping at us. And it wouldn't shut off until we moved away from that line. So most of the time, we ended up driving around with the lane departure warning system turned off because it was just too intrusive. Now, with the forward collision warning system, at first we found that to be too intrusive as well. However, there is an option to dial back the sensitivity, and once we did that, we found out it worked a little bit better. Now, at the end of the day, these systems are nice to have, and they let you know that they're working, but they didn't really work as well as we would like, and we didn't find them particularly useful in this application. Now, luckily for Mitsubishi, there isn't a whole lot of competition below $23,000 in the 7-seater crossover segment. However, fitted with the $6,100 GT Touring package, which featured the navigation system, the Rockford Fosgate audio system, and a bunch of safety features, it pushes the price up to just under $35,000. And at that price point, there's a whole lot of competition. Things like the Hyundai Santa Fe, the Ford Flex, the Dodge Journey, and the Mazda CX-9, all of which feature just as much technology and safety features as this Mitsubishi, if not more. So what this 2014 Mitsubishi Outlander is really missing compared to the competition is telematics. There's really no mobile or embedded telematics, and that's something that is kind of a price of entry at this point. Not every vehicle in the segment has it, but for the most part, the vast majority of them do. And that's sort of just what this vehicle embodies. It's sort of just the price of entry. It's hitting on all the bare minimums. But when all these other manufacturers are really going above and beyond to provide as many features and more as you'd expect, it's just it's lackluster compared to the competition. And unfortunately, that may hinder Mitsubishi with their sales of the Outlander. For more on this and other automotive reviews, check out ihs.com/automotive or subscribe to our YouTube channel.